All right. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Casper, and I figured I'd try to mix it up a little bit and play a little bit of 8 game. And it's pretty interesting because I was in exactly this position last night, and I ended up finishing 15th. And it just tilted me like so much, man. And I realized after thinking about it over the last couple days, I realized that I've never really been comfortable or confident or even happy really throughout this entire challenge so far. My bankroll is sitting at about 180 bucks right now. My peak was 201, and I have yet to get into the zone really. Like I feel really off in all the situations, and even though I don't really consider it a valid excuse, I mean the cards have just been breaking against me like in an almost unreal way, like a once every 3 years type of streak. And that's not an excuse to not perform. But I did realize that I've been on tilt a lot lately, like a lot, way more than usual. If you compare the way I've been going this year in 2022 compared to previous years, I mean, the results are vastly different, and my attitude is also vastly different. And so I figured I'd start recording now because just to see what happens, to see how I deal with it. Because last night, I was in almost exactly this position last night. It was coming into the money at 17 players. I had 29,000 and I was in third place. That was the situation last night. And as you can see on the right side here, there are 20 players left, not quite in the money. I'm also in third place, and I have 26, almost 27,000 chips. And I'll show you my chip graph here to show you how it went. I bought in pretty late at the start of No Limit Hold'em at 75 150. Immediately won a big pot and like just kind of kept going through multiple games. Took a huge drawdown, and I was like, okay, here we go again. Like, got slapped in the face by the poker gods, and I thought, okay, like this is it. And I realized that that negative attitude was not really doing me any favors. So this period right here, this is me just walking away. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for a break right now. It's not really a healthy thing to do for my stack, but I'm just not in a good headspace. And so I took a break. I just walked away during Raz, and I came back and caught people bluffing or trying to bluff me on back-to-back hands in stud, and then got my stack back above average and into a respectable position. So I figure I might as well share this with you because a lot of the things that have been going wrong have been off camera. I've only started recording 4 times so far, and all 4 times, I either had a deep run or something cool was going on. So I figure we'll start it a bit earlier this time, and maybe I'll be able to catch myself making a mistake because I really do feel like the cards have just been so brutally against me. I don't like to tell bad beat stories, but for example, I played a 240 big blind pot earlier in an Omaha tournament where I very safely got my way up to 20,000. And then somebody with 22,000, who was one of 3 people in the tournament who could have busted me, went ballistic on a flop of 755, and I had 775 in my hand. So I have the nuts, like completely the nuts, and I got him to put a bunch of chips in, on a 755 and then a deuce on the turn board, and long story short, he had kings. We got it all in on the turn, and the river's a king. And so I lose a pot worth 240 big blinds, and I'm out of the tournament. And I feel like it's a lot of stuff like that happening, and I'm good enough that I should be able to get past it and do better and just, find a way through that shit. And I just haven't been. And so I figured we'll record here, and that's a brutal 4th street for me. I don't know how I can possibly win even half this pot, to be honest. But anyway, I figure we'd record and to give myself an opportunity to review maybe something I'm doing something critically wrong and I'm not noticing it. With poker, it's you remember or rather you tend to forget the good times. You tend to forget when things are going well, and you tend to remember when things didn't go your way. And so maybe, even though I'm a lot better than the average at not doing that, given my results this year, like I've only won I think 4 tournaments still. maybe 5. But in any case, I haven't been doing well. Even in this challenge, like I brought up my standings a while back. I've made it to heads up 3 times, and I've made 4 final tables in a span of 33 active days now. And I'm up huge in the account, and I should be happy, but I'm not. And part of me thinks like, man, this is brutal. How am I doing so badly? And like, why can't I just click? Why can't I just like survive these minor things that I need to survive to get through and really take over a tournament? Why can't this just happen? Why can't things go my way? But on the other hand, I think, well, if things are going so badly for me and these are my results, well, if I'm only finishing 27% of the days up money, and I'm up, no matter which way you slice it, I'm up like 500% in this account. And if you count the 1,200 or the $12.63 as my buy-in, then I'm up almost 1,350%. So another way to look at it is, well, if I'm doing this when everything's going wrong and I'm always in a bad mood, well then if I do finally find my A game and things start to go right, well then there's a good chance, I'm really going to make some noise and actually make some significant progress on the account. So basically just treading water right now. I'm down 20% or 10% rather off my peak. And I'm definitely looking to reverse that, because I just feel like if I can get through, if I can stop bleeding when I'm really not doing well, then when I do start doing well, I'll click in a big way. And I don't necessarily think this is the tournament to do it in. I feel lately in this particular $1 8 game, it's really hard. There's a lot of bullets to dodge. Like I feel like, last year, I feel like I could just snap my fingers and win this tournament. I think I had like 6 or 12. I don't even know. I won this tournament a lot last year. In the last 3 years, it's probably like 20 or something like that. And even the ones I didn't win, there's a lot of final tables in there. I'm for sure up ridiculous amounts in this tournament. And even with this year losing a lot, I mean, I haven't, or wait, no, I've won this tournament once this year. That's what it is. Yeah. I haven't been playing it much, but during this challenge in the last 33 active days, I think I've only played it like 5 times. And, I've built up a stack, what I believe is all 5 of those times. And I just haven't been able to close. And last night was just the most recent example of getting from 3,000 to 30,000 and just not being able to close. And I don't know anything about this guy. That kind of irritates me as a fold. I feel like I maybe should have called. I don't know. It's the bubble. I feel like there's a good chance that was either a pair or a bigger ace. It seems likelier that it was a bigger ace. A hand like Jacks would have made a lot of sense, though, too. But anyway, 25,000. I mean, I'm in second place overall right now. It's certainly not the end of the world yet. My chip graph pretty much tells the story. Or at least, not really, I guess. But, yeah, I'm not on tilt yet. That's this is the first time I've started recording where I'm not actually on tilt. Catching those guys bluffing in those stud hands, definitely, taking a break first, walking away 11 minutes before a scheduled break, and just walking away and taking the loss of the bring-ins that I would have lost, and then coming back and catching 2 people bluffing. I feel like that's something I haven't been doing. I haven't been walking away when I'm tilted. I've tried to play through it a lot, and so far anyway, that really hasn't gone in my favor. So I feel like that was really the right move, and I feel like I also got rewarded, even though catching those guys in those bluffs was not easy at all. I really had to sweat some pretty intense boards there in stud in order to get there. But it really like put my stack and my attitude pointing in the right direction. So hopefully I can parlay that into something actually good this time At least final table. I mean, come on. With this stack, I mean, yesterday I felt like that too. I felt like I was on track to win last night, and it just all went sideways so fast, just like it has been in so many other tournaments. And I guess while we're bringing stuff up here, I mean, it's now. Let me see if there's an exception. No, so it's now. Hold on. Whoops. Nope. Undo. Cancel. It is now 24 days in a row that I have played some poker. Whatever amount it is, various amounts, of course. Some days, I think the max that I've played is like 7 or 8 tournaments in a day. But I've been trying all kinds of stuff. Like, I've been trying to break the streak of not doing well and just, being unable to find the way through the tournament. I've been trying all kinds of different things, playing different tournaments, trying to mix it up. One major thing, oh yeah, this is a hilarious plot twist. I won a play money tournament. So one of the things I did to prepare for this challenge was build up a play money bankroll. I got up to about 2 million. And the purpose of this was to try to give myself an out. Whenever I'm feeling, really pissed, instead of playing another real money tournament, I switch over to play money and then I spew. I just do something intentionally stupid in order to get the focus, so that if something goes wrong, which it most likely will, at least those losses are sucked up by play money. And that's something that I've done for close to 15 years, but I haven't done recently. And I feel like it might, be part of the reason that I haven't been doing so well, or it's at least an outlet that I haven't been giving myself. And a funny plot twist is that I did that recently. A couple days ago, I lost a tournament. I had a big stack, and I just, I did make a mistake. I legitimately, played more aggressively than I needed to. It wasn't quite as much of the deck against me rather than I made a mistake. But in any case, I ended up really tilted. And so I bought into a 25,000 chip play money tournament. And long story short, I ended up winning it, which is, and in dominant fashion too. So I just thought it was funny that, I'm having such a hard time finding traction in all kinds of games. And then I randomly play this play money tournament and I win it without even being remotely close to all in ever. So I thought that was pretty interesting / funny / tilting. But like this is actually a great spot or a great example of the kinds of things that have been happening. Like in the past, it would be, I get a guy in with king 5 deuce or something, so like a smaller 5, and then it just comes deuce or no, that would have been a chop, like a king or something. There's been a lot of me getting it in with like 88, 95% hands and just not being able to pull it out for all my stack. And a lot of the time it's big pots too, which, makes it a lot more painful and it stings for a lot longer, which makes me unable to continue playing tournaments for that day. I basically have to wrap it up because knowing myself, I'm not going to do well if I try to start a new one after something like that happens. Anyway, I'm kind of sick of talking about all that bad stuff. Try to just run it up quietly here. What are we even playing? I haven't even been paying attention to what I'm doing, to be honest. I know we've been on the bubble for a really long time. At least it's not hand for hand, which is nice. We got one more player before that starts, so hopefully 2 players go broke really quick here and we don't end up stuck in hand for hand forever like we have. I don't know if I recorded that one. Maybe I didn't. But there was one tournament, I think it was an 8 game, where I was in hand for hand for like 10 minutes, and it was no limit hold'em and pot limit Omaha during those 10 minutes. And people were like tanking in hand for hand. Maybe I did record. Anyway, I guess that's just an extension of me getting angry at stuff that isn't going my way. 8 ball. Red 8. Oh, that's not my favorite. This guy, by the way, COA fighter, he's on a huge downswing. It's about time, too. He's been playing really ridiculously. He He's so bad, but like he thought that I was maybe going to raise the turn with his min bet, and now he's trying to compensate for it with his pot size bet with what is obviously a flush. And of course, I'm not going to pay him off. Well, look at his chip graph. Like it's transparent, but I still can't beat it. Which in that case, it's not a big deal. It wasn't a big pot. Whatever. That's fine. That's super standard. I'm perfectly okay losing that pot. But it's guys like that. It's like the guy who's on tilt from, he was way up here in the chip lead and now he's just spewed it all the way down to the average. And it's those kinds of players that have been causing these kinds of disruptions late in tournaments. Because, it's just like people who don't care about their tournament life / people who bloat pots early, especially in the pot limit Omaha tournaments that I've been playing, which I've been actually trying to stay away from because I feel like it's the best move. Just stay away from that stuff, and instead of trying to push through it, just do something else. And the most predictable thing that I can play, really, even though it's my least favorite game, is no limit hold'em. So that's what I've been trying to focus on lately. And, that's where all my good results have come from. Even though I find it excruciatingly boring to play no limit hold'em. I mean, I should probably stick with whatever's working, even if it's not my cup of tea, even if I don't enjoy it. And even if success in that game is not really something I feel proud of. This is nevertheless, a side bet. This challenge is about the money on the side. And it's about the competition of beating all the other players. It's not about, trying to pull some result out of my ass and dominantly win my favorite game. Strategically speaking, I really should just do whatever works. And the only thing that's really been working lately has been 6-max no limit hold'em, various kinds. So, yeah. I guess that's what I'll focus on for now. And I'm pretty sure we were 19-handed, and there wasn't hand for hand, and then suddenly we're still 19-handed, and now it is hand for hand. I'll have to review the tape on that one, but pretty sure that's what just happened. I'm kind of glad, by the way, that a couple hands ago where I hit top set of kings, I was kind of glad not to get action, to be honest. That's exactly the type of spot that's been burning me. I didn't want to even interrupt what I was saying at the time because I didn't want to mention, like, not to say that I believe in jinxes and shit like that. Like, no superstition over here. But I just, I feel like if I had mentioned that this is the kind of spot where I usually get coolered by something like bottom 2 in a gut shot, and then the gut shot comes through, I don't know. I guess I kind of defeated what I just said about, not believing in jinxes, but what's coming up? Limit hold'em, and then what? 1,000, 2,000, whoops. Raz. I might go for a smoke on 1632 stud, I think. Stud high. Or maybe even like now. I mean, it's limit hold'em in 2 minutes. I don't want to miss that. Even though limit hold'em is where it all fell apart last night. 1,000, 2,000 exactly was where it all fell apart. It was just, I keep... My reads, that's another thing. My reads lately have been atrocious. Like, overall, they've been atrocious. You can see that in my videos, too. The last couple of videos of, my deep runs in no limit hold'em. You can see that I'm like, oh, I think this guy probably has this, and I'm wrong, like almost all the time. And my reads when my A game shows up, like my reads online are uncanny. It's like I even call the suits, not just exact cards. It's not I'm calling ranges. It's like this guy has this, I'm 100% sure of it, and then he does indeed have that. That's what it looks like when I'm on my A game, and I just haven't been seeing that from myself. Recorded or not recorded, it hasn't seemed to make a difference. It just like I'm not there. I'm not in the zone like ever. In this entire challenge, there was only one spot really where I feel like I really did something very right on camera anyway, and that was in the tournament, the first heads up that I made where I finished second in a hyper turbo. where I check raised the guy with 7 deuce offsuit, just a 7 high on a random flop at the final table, 4-handed, and I was, I really didn't have a lot of chips. It was like, I started the hand with about maybe 15 big blinds or something, and I raised, got caught, and then check raised the guy, and he folded immediately. And I feel like that was the only time where I really had a solid read on camera. I've had a couple off camera as well, but there haven't been many. Like, I haven't done anything super brilliant off camera so far. It's really, I feel like I've just been completely out of step this entire challenge so far. Oh shit, that's a pretty strong stand pat over there. Hopefully this guy's idiocy extends to this game, but I'm not super confident here. I feel like he might have a 7. Ah, better 8. Shitty. Was that the super nut 8? Second nut 8. Yeah, second nut 8. Damn, it's too bad. I made a good one there. I suppose I could have folded. I think there was enough information there. But I feel like if I start folding 8s in this game, like, I might as well just fold every hand before the first draw. Man, it's already been 21 minutes of recording and we lost 1 player. That's not good for the average stack. And here we go with Limit Hold'em. I feel like this is a game where I'm supposed to do better. This COA guy has apparently clawed his way back. I would really like to get him, and I feel like he's a prime target to spike, like calling down with ace high kind of thing. Even though I just turned the nut flush draw, I feel like he's exactly the kind of guy who's going to give it all to me and limit hold'em, with just getting carried away with something, or just getting overzealous. He's been overzealous with in pretty much all the games from what I've seen. Like, here we go again, out of position 3-bet. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he had something like ace-10 offsuit. Which I'm not saying, obviously he's favored right now, but like, knowing him, there's going to be bullets behind. I may normally peel 1, even though that was a terrible flop. But I feel it's pretty guaranteed that he had the better hand there. I definitely am looking forward to the time when I can catch him, though. COA fighter is like my #1 target in this tournament so far. Unless... no, I forget who the guy was. I guess he busted. There was somebody earlier that I thought was worse. I guess he has it. Like, I'm super confident that was, ace-6 or something. But again, like, it's possible that my reads are just way off. I suppose, given what I've seen from this guy, I don't give him enough credit to be smart enough to do that with, like, 10-8 of hearts or something. And just know that that's the right time to represent an ace. I feel like his call on the flop was uncertainty about his kicker, and then on the turn he felt that he correctly deduced that I probably also didn't have an ace. Which is a fairly easy read. Says the guy who just dropped like 10,000 in the last couple of minutes. Yeah, Limit Omaha 8, I have to say, has been one of my worst games. I can't win a pot in that game unless I have it. I've noticed. I haven't been like squeezing edges much. Stud 8, on the other hand, I've been doing great. That's where a lot of the chips are coming from for me in 8 game lately. Is Stud 8. I made an amazing read the other day against 3 players with a weak 2 pair. It was jacks up on 6th Street. And it was like I could have closed the action and seen 7th Street. but I just knew that I just like had them all on certain hands. I put two guys on a low draw, a dry low draw, and then the other guy I thought he had just split kings to begin with and nothing else. And so I got another bet in, and everybody checked me again on seventh, and I safely checked behind, and then it turns out I was exactly right on all three counts. And that's like the only really good read that I think I can remember anyway from the last couple days. Before that, I mean, my memory doesn't stretch that long. At least not for tournaments that I didn't win or do super well. Like, last night I finished 15th. Oh man, like, yeah, we're going to war. I mean, I just hope that it's not something super cold. There isn't much that it could be. I mean, maximum I feel top set right now. Oh my god. That's so gross. Okay, good. Whew. That's an action killing river because he would have given me another bet, maybe even four bets on the last street there, I think. But you see what I mean? Well, that hand maybe wasn't the greatest example, but that is a half decent example of like a guy who just doesn't slow down. He put in all the bets there on. Wait, did he? On the turn? Let me review that. I'm pretty sure we got four bets in on the turn. Oh, that's a bittersweet river there. Yeah, we got four bets in on the turn. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna check. I don't trust any of you right now. I can't even trust myself. Yeah, but it's usually it's a lack of pot control like that has burned me over and over and over in tournaments lately, especially in pot limit Omaha. Like people have no chill in pot limit Omaha lately. There's a lot of different tournaments that I've been playing. I've been trying to mix it up, times of day, different buy-ins, all kinds of things. Six max. Well, they're all six max, but just doing everything I can to try and find some kind of traction. And it's like consistently, these guys are just have no regard for their own tournament life, and they just do not know how to control a pot. Just bet, and they end up committing suicide. Like they go broke, but then I get caught in the middle a lot of the time with what was the best hand, but what no longer is. And I think this is an optimal time to check raise the button if I can get away with it, which I guess I can't. So I'll just go for two bets. Yeah, I mean, I can't lose both, can I? I suppose I could get quartered. I did, or no. Oh well, not too bad. I was going to try and check raise COA fighter because I thought he was drawing to the low, but I guess not because he folded to two bets really quickly. So another bad read to add to the pile. Yeah, like you may notice that I'm limping a lot in limit games. I'm trying as much as possible to just keep pots small in situations where I don't have a very good advantage or don't have a don't have a good read on my opponent. And like this is a great example. Turn a flush and there's no low, and now it's super dicey. But it's also a good example anyway because there are a lot of hands that if I bet there, I might get raised and then I have no idea where I'm at. And in that case, I got an unfavorable river, but he did have low outs as well. He was drawing to ace three there, so there were a lot of things that could have gone wrong. And one of the ways I'm trying to prevent myself from spewing in these tournaments is just pot control. Just keep it small until the river, and then once all the information is there, then make a decision. And by that time, because everybody else is typically like not controlling the pot at all, there is a big enough pot that, you know, it's there's still a lot to be won, even though I'm trying to control it as much as I can to the river. This obviously is a spot where I didn't try to do that. And I kind of feel like COA Fighter might have a set of queens here and possibly nothing else. So I think I might want a club. And that's it. That's a big river for me, actually. I'm going to go for a raise here because I do feel pretty confident. I thought there was like a pretty high probability that I was scooping. I'm going to go ahead and say a set of queens with either a moderate, like a really shitty low, like, 6-5 or something like that, or just no low at all. And it turned out to be a wrap. See what I mean? Like, I'm so wrong. He called with a shit low, and that's it. He just had a shit low on the end. But he had a wrap and a flush draw, which is pretty strong. Open-ended straight flush draw. This is a good example of a spot I'm just going to stay away from. Because I feel COA Fighter is way too bound to go crazy here, which he does. So good read there. And my low sucks. So that was a spot where that's exactly actually the kind of thing that I've been actively trying to stay away from, and it still hasn't made a big enough difference. So COA Fighter's finally gone. You see what I mean? Like, these players, they spew themselves off, but in the past I've been the one getting chopped up by it. Now this time, in this particular case, I've avoided it so far, but in past days it's just been I'm the one getting caught in the middle, and so I'm really, really, really interested in staying away from anything dangerous. In the big bet games, I feel like I've been playing actually a lot safer because I feel in 8 game, people are just brutal. They're just so bad, and they're bad in the best of ways. Like they limp a lot, and when they don't limp, it's because they're jamming 40 big blinds in, before the flop, and so it's really easy to deal with that. So I don't mind quite as much. And thanks for the free card, buddy. I wonder if this guy paired twice or something. God, that's a bad... See, why do you bet now? This pot just isn't worth it. I'm not going to get involved there. That's an interesting limp from this guy over here. Let's look at his chip graph and see if we can get a read. Okay, yeah, I was going to say he looks like an action guy with that limp with a 10. I think it's safe to say that that chip graph backs up that theory. Now, here comes king, king, king or something. So I have the guaranteed nuts against this guy. I don't know about this guy, Manny Teddy. He's looking kind of strong over there. Now I'm happy. I don't have the guaranteed nuts against the chip leader, though. But this is strong enough that I don't think I can avoid getting a bet in. And now it's the nuts, so definitely happy about this situation. Hoping to get raised. Didn't get it, but I'll take it anyway. 80,000 is a pretty good cushion. Really interested to see what that guy had. He called with a 10. I feel like it's probably 5-6 behind. Oh my god, king deuce. And he only had a 10. Even on 7th, he only had a 10. This guy had him drawing dead on 6th. Yeah, this guy was drawing dead to both of us on 6th. That's worthy of a note. Yeah, that's definitely worthy of a note. He had a huge downswing here. Yeah, this guy doesn't seem to understand how Raz works. This might be Oh, Fred Volpe, I know you. Yeah, I wonder what game it was back here. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to camp out for a little bit. I'm going to go for that smoke, I think. I said I was going to do it. I feel, even though there's probably some money to be had from Kalata, I think I'm a little too comfortable. This is a good time for a smoke break, so that's what I'm going to do. And the tables are likely to get reshuffled pretty soon anyway, with a bunch of people on the short stack. So yeah, I'm going to take a break here. I feel really lightheaded right now. I feel kind of shaky. I wonder, did I miss a meal or something? Like, I feel like I just went cycling for like 30 kilometers and didn't eat for 6 hours or more, 10 hours. Uh-oh, this is the start of a bad beat story. Oh man, this table's pretty stacked too. We got the 4 out of the top 5 guys at this table. Let's open the other table. Oh man. See, like, I think my being careful might come bite me in the ass here. I probably should have raised this guy, but I'd rather keep it quiet that I have queens. And look a bit weak in pot control. I like to, that's not the greatest 5th Street. I'm a little concerned about, okay, now yeah, I don't think Ingles would check trips, and if he does, I'm going to hear about it right now. Queens up is likely to be good, but that draw over there looks kind of strong. Kalota. He did get there. Damn. I wonder what this guy had to be opening. Let's see if I'm allowed to see. He had aces and jacks. Wow, I was 3rd best. So that's pretty interesting. I think I'm mainly attempting anyway right now to just kind of wait for the big bet games. No Limit Hold'em starts in 4 minutes, so it's going to be stud high low and next hand. But like, look at the size of this pot, you know. Stud is very dangerous, especially late in the tournament like this. Like, granted, this guy had kings full. That's an absolute monster. You can't blame him for anything done there. Split kings. He had aces last time, and then he got split kings. Are we hand for hand or what? I guess so. Oh yeah, we're 8-handed. So final table bubble in effect. And I'm definitely looking to avoid trouble right now. Here, let's get this done here. I also, when I was outside, when I was taking that quick little break there during stud, I was like, man, this is some bullshit. I just spent like 15 minutes talking about how the deck's been just raping me sideways lately. And then I go ahead and I get like the best river ever in that Limit Omaha 8 hand to scoop against this guy up here, Kalota. And then I hit a wheel in Raz. So it's like, it makes it look like I'm full of shit right now. But whatever. Yeah, like, look at the size of this pot for the hands that these guys are showing right now. Again, this guy's a full house, so Ingles is, he's not doing anything ridiculous. I mean, he's raising a lot and he's building huge pots, but it's not without a good reason every time. I mean, he's had, if I'm seeing this correctly, yeah, he's had split pairs the last 3 hands, and he's made something strong on 5th Street every one of the last 3 hands. Meanwhile, this other guy's just like chasing dry lows. I feel like Kalata is bound to not do well. He's the new COA fighter, in my mind. playing like every hand, creating a lot of big pots. I'm glad to see Fred get out of the way there. That's not a bad card for him to get. He should check raise if he hit it. And he doesn't. Oh, now he does. 6-1. No, 5 to hit 2-outer. Maximum 2-outer. That's a little bit more like it, you know? I just said it was bullshit how me recording right now is making it look like I'm lying. But that's exactly the type of thing that, you know, I've been seeing and getting raped by. Is the guy who's in every hand, raising everything, creating way too big pots, just hitting stuff like that. And in stud, man, it's so expensive to get outdrawn in stud. And high-low is a game where people stick around to 7th most of the time. Like there's a showdown a very, very high percentage of the time in stud 8. Like you can see on this other table where nobody's got really that much potential except for Plowfoot for the high. Riz Forever clearly has a low draw. And it looks like Zorro also had or has. Oh, brutal, he missed. But, you know, that was a 22,000 pot. 9s and 7s against a shitty low against a better low draw. So yeah, I feel like in No Limit Hold'em, I mean, you know, right now with 58,000, that's 58 big blinds. I mean, I should be able to parlay that into something, even if I end up, you know, busting an 8th. I feel like I'm at least not going to do it in a stupid spot. Maybe in No Limit Hold'em, but not in Pot Limit Omaha. Pot Limit Omaha, I feel like the worst thing that's going to happen is I'll open raise with some kind of rundown, and then Kalota, being the player he is going to go crazy with a really weak big pair, like, you know, ace 9-3 or something, and create a big pot unnecessarily, and then maybe I'll have to put a bunch of chips in on a draw. But besides that, I mean, we're pretty deep here. The average is what, 36 big blinds right now. That's pretty deep. My chip graph's not looking too sexy though right now, I bet. Yeah. I build mountains, but I build both sides of them. Remember what I said last time about averages and bouncing and stuff like that? Look at that. Go up, come down, test the average. Boom! I was busy. I didn't see the last hand. Okay. Bet fold. Oh. Take it. Yeah, I'm hungry. That's usually a good sign. When I play tournaments when I'm hungry, I tend to do well. And the last time I said that, I think I finished it was 11th out of in that Scholars leaderboard. And I'm like shaking level hungry right now. So I don't know if that's going to work for me or against me, but I'm anxious to get something done here. That was a really fast check. I feel like that was an honest fast check. Like he really doesn't have it. I'm calling a bet here. I kind of wish he did it. I think that was a complete whiff, like Queen 8 or something. I'll check in a minute. Gotta watch out in No Limit Hold'em. Misclicks are expensive. Yeah, pretty close. Jack 9. So eventually I'm bound to be right. I wouldn't exactly call that a good read, but the speed of his check, it felt honest from the beginning. It felt like it wasn't he was trying to trap with top 2 or something like that. Ah, you bastard. Why do you like that turn all of a sudden? that's a good note. Man, this other table, they got all of them put together is not even this guy. The distribution right now is pretty slanted. I think pot limit Omaha is like really what I'm looking forward here. Not just because people usually suck at it, but we have the stacks, to see turn cards and shit and not be all in so quickly. Hopefully, the last Omaha round I played was kind of rough. People were doing some pretty silly shit, and it was expensive. I thankfully was able to stay out of it a lot. And when I didn't stay out of it, it's because I had it. I don't know how these guys will deal with it. I kind of want to just form the final table like now, before Omaha, but it's unlikely to happen unless Tobacco Killer goes broke like now. Hopefully he has a queen, he has diamonds. Come on. Ugh, chop. I guess that's better than Tobacco Killer winning. It'd be nice if one of them could just go broke though. I don't want to be hand for hand for very long here, especially not in these games. God damn. This looks so bluffy. This also looks bluffy. Yeah. Ugh. I was borderline favored on the turn. I think I probably should have given up on the king or checked the turn and then bet the king. That was a really weird story. I don't blame him for calling me there. He's been guilty of a lot of stupid things, but I don't think that was one of them. That was just, I would have called me too with ace 5, I think. It makes me wonder what he would have done on various rivers that I hit, though. Like, would he have paid me with a 9 on the river or a 10? Because I probably would, well, I almost certainly would have bet a 10. I certainly would have bet a 9, obviously. Or a diamond, like, if the ace of diamonds comes and I make a flush, would he have raised if I bet? I wonder. What the fuck? Three-way showdown, pair 7's good? Interesting. Yeah, against this guy, I don't mind bloating a little bit. It's funny, I just made fun of people bloating pots like 2 seconds ago, and here I am doing it. Or at least it looks like I'm doing it. Might actually be good against ace with a bunch of rags. Yeah, it might have been like ace 7, 6, 5 there. Jack 7, 6, 3, similar. No hearts. I'm noticing that Kalita is not getting out of line when he misses a lot. He gets out of line a lot when he hits a piece, or like a piece that doesn't really warrant going crazy. But there's not a lot of stone bluffs coming out of him from what I've seen so far. I've been raising that guy's blind a lot. I'm gonna give him a gift. Hopefully it pays off later. Meanwhile, this other table, like, how are you guys all still alive right now? We're going to have to play deuce to 7 with 2,500, 5,000 with these stacks. I mean, surely the bubble's not going to last past that game. We just wasted the entire Omaha level, which sucks. I really would have liked to get some 7-handed Omaha. Nuts. Man, my chip graph might be so gross right now. Yeah, yikes. Mount Everest. Oh, this is interesting. Ingles. Oh, really? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say like a jack high flush. Maybe set of queens. Not even. Fuck, I'm bad at this. What'd the other guy have? So he bets bottom 2 and then checks a straight. Meanwhile, this guy's in there with a queen only. He check called pot with a queen, and I'm like down chips against this guy. Ugh, how embarrassing. And here we go into limit triple draw. God damn it. And I get the big blind to start. This is a level that will wreck you. I mean, I'd bet the farm that the bubble's going to be burst in like 3 hands of the next level. If not right now in Omaha. Hopefully it just happens now. And I can switch positions, get out of the big blind. King 5 against aces. King 5. No good. Ace on the river. Sick. Wow, that was rough. Not a lot of outs there for Plowfoot. For now, we'll go with that. And we'll just fold. Yeah, so bubble should be burst soon, if not now. Oh yeah, there's a break after this hand. Damn. It'd be great if we made the final table right in time for the break. Yes. What the fuck? Tobacco killer. Interesting choice there. Oh, I'm in the big blind again. Oh well, final table should reduce the damage here. I'm gonna go for a quick little smoke and I'll come back. Okay, let's get this done. It's kind of sad, but a first place finish would actually like mean a lot to me for multiple reasons. It would give me a bit of confidence. Not a huge amount, but I mean, there's only 97 players in this tournament. But you know, it's an 8 game. Winning an 8 game is always good. It always makes me feel good. And the other thing is that, yeah, $20.50 is like a 13%, no, 11, I don't know. It's like a bit more than 10% bankroll boost, which is kind of sad. It's also kind of rough that there's an overlay in this tournament. I suppose that's good. But normally I feel like this tournament pays 26 to first. This is actually a really bad draw. This guy stands pat. Okay, this guy has no idea what he's doing, though. He might just be completely out to lunch with, like, 3 of a kind right now. That's the confusing part. He stands pat again. I'm going to have to call if he bets, which sucks. I hope Riz gets out of the way if that happens. He checks. He's standing pat and checking. So, like, I feel... Man, it's such a... I mean, not that I had a lot of outs, but I could have done better than that. And I bet you I didn't need much. Yeah, king wins. Like, this guy stood pat with worse than a king. Let's see. I feel like it was paired. What the fuck, man? Okay, this is really strange. Standing pat and checking. Yeah, no thanks. Seven. I'm almost surprised that he didn't have like 3 of a kind there or something. I don't know what this guy's deal is, Kalata, but he's a strange player in certain games. He clearly knows what he's doing in some games, though. I mean, he wasn't playing terribly in like some of the studs. He was playing loosely and aggressively, but not completely out to lunch as that was. I don't know why. Even if it were, it's not like he could have mistook the game for 5-card draw because he had a flush draw. So if he thought it was 5-card draw or something, I mean, why not get rid of the club and take a spade or try for a spade? Or why not do anything at all? I mean, that was really weird. I've seen a lot of crazy shit in this tournament, but that was strange. That was really strange. Okay, your life is short and I'm hungry here, bud. Hurry up. Although I'm not going to complain about you burning this level, because I don't want to play this game. What I'd really like to do is eat. Eat first place and then eat probably a bunch of fries. Fries. I got a huge bag of shoestring fries. Or julienne fries. And then snap check. Go figure. Guy takes a minute to check and then snap checks. I guess he just doesn't want to play this game. Stand pat. He might be sitting out. Or no, he's not. This is so weird, man. They put in a raise before the first draw, and now everybody checks down. 2 guys are standing pat, and Fred's just like confused. I mean, he has a 9. It's a legitimate stand pat hand, but I mean, it's a thin one, but the tank doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And this guy, again, stands pat with an ace. God, I just want to get isolated against Kalota. Although probably not in Limit Hold'em. I know he knows how to play Hold'em. Or at least he has more of an idea of how to play Hold'em than the other games. He might not be around by the time we get there, though, by the looks of things. I'm pretty sure Riz is strong here. Oh, he gives it up. Well, that's 2 guys on the brink. Should be a fairly easy pay bump coming. Not that that's my main focus, but, you know, every penny counts. Bah. I almost want Kalota to win here. I bet you this guy in the small blind has a spade. Oh, I might have folded the winner. Maybe not. Oh, sick. I'd almost bet my life that Ingles had a decent spade there. Queen or a king. Probably not an ace. Well, it made $1.05 since we got to the final table. Oh yeah, I guess I'll bring this up. Man, my mountains there in the Chipcraft are going to be pretty insane. Yeah, that's a pretty good mountain. Way back below average. I gotta say, this video so far is turning out to be unimpressive both ways. I haven't blown up, I haven't got particularly unlucky, and I haven't really crushed either. is pretty thin. I just hope I win the button. That's all I want out of this hand. For now. Don't tell me you're gonna... Or no, you have no time bank left. Get out of here. Go away, Fred. Thanks. No, I don't care. Bet raise any? Sure. Aw, that sucks. Another one. Wow. I mean, whatever. Given the price, I was calling blind, but that's funny that he actually flop trips and then I actually redraw his full mic. Take her down. Yeah, I think it's time for me to get in position though, because if I let these guys control the action too much, I'm concerned that in a really short game, it's gonna get too cards dependent. The result is gonna be too much based on the cards. Damn, that looked like an orphan flop to me. I believe you. I believe a queen even. Down to last. Not that it matters, but when you start failing to hit in limit games, it can get really expensive really fast. Hold'em, thankfully, is one of the cheapest. But we've got Omaha 8 coming up, which, granted, there's a very high chance of a split in that game, but like calling a guy down right now, I mean, it's going to cost 40% of my remaining stack to call the turn and river if I want to get sticky, which I might so far. I don't know. He's barreling fast against two guys. It hurts, but I'm going to believe it. I'm just so glad a 6 didn't hit. Oh, 9's okay. That almost hurt. In fact, you know what? Versus 2 players. I'm gonna try the old rep the turn. That's a perfect turn for it. Oh, yeah, okay, I'll try for the high, man. That's too nice of a hand. Too bad it isn't pot limit Omaha the high, or just any Omaha high. There's not too many flops that I can be satisfied with, but the ones that I would be, I will be very satisfied with, most likely, especially heads up. I don't mind at all. Yeah, that's a decent one. Not liking the low cards there, but I should be able to get a free river. I guess not. God, that's dirty. Ugh. I guess I did it to myself a little bit. Man, I hate to sound pessimistic, but I sure hope I didn't spend an hour and 15 minutes talking to finish 5th. Yeah, this is getting really thin. I can assume, I think, that Fred is just opening to steal the blinds of the sitting out guy. But I don't know about Plowfoot. I'm going to need like an ace something low. He comes back at the last second. Oh, to raise it. That's interesting. Uh, I think I'm playing for the high only by the looks of it, unless it comes like ace three or ace deuce. Yeah, damn it. I don't think I can go anywhere. Just have to hope those clubs are good and they hit. That's a lot of hope. But I don't think there's a price that's going to be able to get me off this. God, I'd be left with 48.82 if they bet and I have to call. I feel like everybody just has low cards right now, but if anybody has a king, my outs are shrinking fast. Assuming I have any at all to begin with. Yeah, I don't think I can fold. Not yet. It would be so brutal to check fold the river to 48,000. God. That's brutal. I just hope I get to see it. Oh. Oh. Oh, I want to throw up. Oh my God. That hurts. Wow, that hurts. I was right about the low cards, and then... Wow, so that was like a legitimate two-outer. Wow. Granted, I had no idea that I was that far ahead, but that still hurts. And I just barely chop. God damn, man. I feel like there was a critical mistake in that hand somewhere though. Maybe I mean I don't know, maybe he goes away on the flop. If I had done it if I had just led on the flop there with those four players in, but 3,000 into 36,000, I mean somebody's sticking around, so I feel I would have had to get all in against somebody, and I have to assume that somebody would have made a better hand. I feel like that's not accurate though. I think the only thing they really could have hit was an ace, and they probably all had one too, or at least two of them. God, that hurts. Ugh, look at my mountains. Ugh. Fuck's sakes, man. Actually, I guess I don't mind this spot so far. I'd love to see fourth for 900, but I think I'm going to have to complete and just hope. Hopefully one or all of these guys has a high card underneath. Just need to get through the button. Inglés. Could double up without fourth. Nice. That's a lot more important than I wish it was. Ah, fuck you, Riz. I'm tempted. Well, my pair up chances aren't very high. This might be the one. In fact, yeah. Fred might catch me here, but I suppose I could have limped. Now I'm still kind of likely to be good. I'd rather see another card, though. I mean, if they keep giving free ones, I might as well take them. And now I'm almost definitely good. Definitely have Fred beat. If Riz gets out of the way, that would be fantastic. Yes, definitely good. Drawing dead. Ship it. Nice. That was critical. That's my first all-in of the tournament, by the way. This is not how I envisioned this happening. I thought, if anything, I'd blow up, in 12th or something. Ugh. Let me get a look at that again. What's this guy calling with? Yeah, stone dead. Almost dead on 5th. Yeah, that was a pretty huge advantage I had on 5th Street there. Let's look at my mountains. Starting to build some foothills. Man, what a tragic rip, though. Yeah, deuce to 7, and just nothing has been my game. When was the last time I did well? It was Omaha 8. That was the game where I did well on that rise up. Okay, guys. Fuck, this tanking's starting to piss me off. Stud in 26 seconds. It's 1:20 a.m. right now, and I gotta wake up in like 6 hours maximum. So hurry up. I know that's my fault, not yours, guys, but it's Monday morning. This market's been heating up a little bit. I'd like to be there, ready to trade whatever garbage has news out. There's a lot of IPOs doing well lately. Oh yeah, I wonder how HKD's doing. What? You don't bet that? What? That was a 7, right? I'm seeing that right? An 8. All right, let's go, boys. I think I'm about ready to stick it in. No hearts up. What does that leave me? 7. That feels like a just jacks underneath. Oh yeah, we're going, even if it is 3 of a kind. I'm not folding. How to play it though? I'm not sure if I would have raised if Riz bet, but this feels like an opportunity to take the lead, and now I don't care what happens. It's going in. Guaranteed best hand right now. And no showdown poker is my favorite kind of poker. I'm not sure what Riz was trying to do there. Foothills are getting bigger. Oh, not showing up yet. Fred Volpe has been making a lot of moves. Those are 2 bad 4th Streets for them. I don't like to see that. That's a give-up situation for me. It's too bad. I could have used either one of those in my pile. I think either one of them would have given me the best hand there. I think Fred's got like max 10s. Obviously, he could have a pair underneath, but I don't know. He's made too many thin moves that I feel like he's probably just barreling with split 10s. Especially given that tank. Could be like 10-9 underneath. Or at least that would make a lot of sense. Good to see that they're folding on later streets now, though. Might be able to get away with something. Pretty stoked about coming back from 48, whatever, even though that was excruciating to actually have the best hand with, the ten of clubs, 10-6 of clubs or whatever in that high low hand. It's brutal that I actually managed to get heads up and the pot was 48,000 and the guy had two outs and I couldn't hold. Yeah, no. Fuck off. It's a pretty big fold, but I think I can do better. The thing is, at this stage in stud, it's like if you're not willing to run the board, uh, or if you're not willing to barrel or run the board, don't even get involved, kind of thing. Especially with my stack right now, because there aren't too many ways that I could play a pot and not get all in. I could really use like a guy like Kalota or COA fighter. I guess Fred is technically the new one of those guys. I fully expect a completion from Fred. Not sure why he took so long about it. Open complete. Nope. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Getting my stomach is grumbling and I'm yawning. That's not a good combo. There's almost nothing to be made on the board right now, though. So I feel like this is a really good time for me to just blast it, find a hand I like, and just get it in. Because I don't mind finishing fifth. Fifth place has never bothered me. It's second place that bothers me. And, it wouldn't be that terrible. Fred's probably going to play me here, damn it. Why'd I do this? Stud high low next hand. I'm gonna actually like trap / slow play. Maybe spades, but no, he wouldn't have tanked that long if he had even three, I don't think. I think my sixes alone were still good there. Which I probably would have bet them. I checked the 4th Street to make it a smaller pot so that if the bricks came up, then I could just end the hand with 8,000 into 12. Turns out I wanted action with sixes and fives, but I'd rather not be all in again. Let's put it that way. The first step to going broke is being at risk. Oh, it's such a gross spot. With Plowfoot behind me and the queen gone. If Plowfoot completes, it could get dirty. Yeah. Not loving it. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna stay out of this one. I wasted 1,200 on that hand. That's okay by me. I don't know what Plowfoot's doing. His story doesn't make a ton of sense so far. I suppose he could just have jacks, but Riz forever over there with his low is looking dangerous. Plowfoot could easily have a low and clubs, I guess, like potentially. It seems a bit too strong, but Riz clearly has some kind of draw. And I don't know what the hell Fred's doing in there. good for all of it. So yeah, good avoidance there, I think. So Plowfoot did just make dry jacks there. I was wondering what he was doing. I thought it couldn't have been a low draw because he would have got excited about the deuce of clubs on the turn or on 4th Street if he did have like 3-8 behind or something. But I mean this over here, this is a monster. Guy's got 5s up and a low draw. Yeah, 2,800 more. It's gonna get expensive though. I was hoping to catch low cards there. Low diamond. I really want to just like get crazy, but the game doesn't really allow it. No limit hold'em actually is, yeah, never mind. What am I talking about? Yeah, so I'm going to be doing something in the next 10 minutes here. It might be go broke, but I'm going to be doing something. I promise that. There's going to be some moves made. 3 queens, low, good. Oh, man. Just get out of there, Riz. Fuck off. Damn it. Okay, whatever. Oh, man. Okay, there's hope at least. I might as well just put it in, I guess. If he's got a low, then good job. Or if his low makes a high. Yeah, it doesn't, but I swear, stud 8, it's like high hands are for suckers. Making a low and then hoping it fills into a high is like the way to go. In my opinion, anyway. Not that I'm some kind of shark at stud 8, but yeah, like right here, Riz is like just loving life. I mean, how can you know, he's free rolling effectively. And he makes a 6-eye straight, so it totally works out. Fred's likely to be tilting a bit. And yeah, we're going to build a little pot. Nice. It's a decent start. Gonna make it a bit pricier. And it's going in here. I really hope he doesn't have clubs. I hope it's like a 10, not 10 jack. Actually, I just want to fold. Never mind. Get out of here. I hate being all in. Yeah, sounds good. I'm happy enough with the flop. I don't need to be happier. Free big blind is always nice. Up to 42. Starting to make some noise. Is my chip graph updated? Nice. Probably should have raised there, but I guess Fred's not tilting. I was kind of expecting him to get action-y after he lost that big pot. But I guess he's going the other way with it. 4-ball. Man. I'm so tempted to just blast it, but I want to save that for a better spot. Don't want to put myself in a situation where a call has me busting. I'd rather go crazy here, especially if he leads pot or something. Yeah, I think that's good enough. There's a lot of hands that could fold. Ace 9 example. Yeah, I don't want that shit in there. Ace on the turn ruins my day. In fact, I'm tempted to lie in the chat. I'm tempted to say that I had a set, but I'm not going to. It took too long. But I want Riz to feel good about folding when I jam it. It's almost a shame he didn't see that ace deuce earlier. See if I can get some confidence from these mountains. Yeah, baby. And look at that stock pattern too. It's a like perfect bull flag. Oh, got some action. Bye-bye, Fred. I wonder if Ingles is gonna stay sitting out. He's got a lot of chips. Well, this should be a good spot to slow him down a bit. If not, stop him. Yeah, if you got clubs, nice hand. Fuck, he was free rolling. So dangerous. Whew. Yeah, that was sketch, man. But good to know he's click raising with 5-4. And we got Omaha coming up too, so we should be able to burn the sitting out guy's stack pretty handily. And I want like a 10, I think. Nah, you take it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to start blasting it against this guy. Make him stop opening. I want to have the opportunity to steal the blind. So I want Riz to stop opening with whatever. So shove-worthy hands, you know, anything race-worthy is going to be going in. You can take the small one, bud. It's my signature hand you made me fold, you bastard. Sure. That hits a lot of his cards. Damn. I think that might have been like a two-pair situation. I'm going to try to get a free river. See if I can slow him down a bit. I'm expecting him to be drawing on that board. I guess it could be a king. Brick. It feels like king 10 to me. Or king queen jack. God. King 5 full house. King 6 full house actually. Interesting that he only bet 5,000. Yeah, actually, I'm just going to check. I don't have the chips for... damn it. Like, I don't have the chips for that move. How are we doing with Ingles? 58? Maybe I should be raising more of his min leads. Excuse me. He's got more than a 2-to-1 lead over both of us combined, though. So, I mean, it's time for me to not tolerate a whole lot. I definitely need to be threatening his existence at every opportunity. I guess looking back, that king on the turn was actually good for me because it saved me from losing more on top pair. Whoops. Yeah, bittersweet river. Sure, I'll take a showdown. Interesting. No bluff when he had nothing at all. Noted. Two minutes of Omaha left, and then it's deuce to 7. which is going to be so gross in a heads up situation, or effectively heads up situation. It basically, like, I've never played, have I? Maybe I have, but I've never played deuce to seven low ball heads up without a huge lead already. I have played it to end 8 games, like to win 8 games, but it's the spots where I've had, like bajillion to one chip leads. So I don't know. I'm not really sure how I should go about it in a situation where I don't have a big lead. Like, am I supposed to just stand pat with rough tens and shit? I get the feeling that's probably accurate. Well, I obtained second place. I don't know how much that's worth because it's going to take years for this guy to blind out. Riz has slowed down on his button steals, though. That's nice. Oh, that's a bummer. I mean, it's obviously a big pair in my view. He hasn't done shit like that the whole time. I'm really tempted to try and flop a wrap, but there's not too many wraps you can hit with that one. So if I had like 10, 10, 9, 8, I probably would have called. In fact, there were a lot of hands. Anything connected, I would have called there, the 3-bet. But it's a dangerous precedent for me to start showing him that he can set the tone. It's brutal that, like, I get this flop because I feel that there's no way that kings are still good and I'm not going to draw. So now I got to go in there with 40,000 into deuce to 7, which is so rough at 3,000, 6,000 blinds. It's a good start. Just fold it. Just fold it. Fuck. I might actually squeak into second here accidentally. Oops. Might as well do that. This is probably just a craziest guy wins pre-draw. Like, he's probably going to draw 3 or something. Oh, just 2? Alright. Yeah, like, I'm probably just staying pat here. Depending on how many he draws. Okay, he doesn't draw. Sounds good. Yeah, take it. Yeah, I don't like this. He's winning too much with those raises. I'm going to have to do something, and this isn't the one. But I'm definitely going to have to make a stand if he keeps doing that. He might be tasting the win right now. I know exactly what his position feels like, and it's pretty good. So the last thing I want is him feeling good about life right now. I want him to feel as threatened as possible. Discard 3 is a good start. Ooh, whoops. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's probably good enough. Snap. That ought to shut him down, unless he hits. Nice. Oh, he's drawing to a 7. Sick. Alright, that's good. That's a big step in the right direction. If he raises here, I'm playing back. damn it. I might have to play it back no matter what. Discard 2 again. Well, I got a leg up on him here. Unless he just spiked some sick shit. Ah, I have to call now. Please draw. Please draw. Okay, bluff catch time. This is such a huge pot. Yes. Whew. I wonder what he was drawing to. An 8. He was drawing to an 8. Nice. Now he's probably starting to be like, shit, I had so many chips. If I can just get him to think, oh shit, I had so many chips, then it should be good. Like if he stops opening in spots like this, yeah, this is a good start for him to start shutting down. Oh shit. I thought he was sitting out. I tried to pull a fast one. If I draw 3, it's so weak. It's such an obvious steal if I draw 3. Fuck. Oh, he draws 3 too. Alright, well, I'll pretend that I nailed it, maybe. I got the chips to give up, so I'm going to give up. But that all went wrong really at the beginning. I thought he was sitting out and I could pick up 9,000. You know what? Like, am I supposed to keep the 10 even? If he makes it 12? I probably am. I noticed he's trying to draw to like 8s and 7s and shit. So if I just hold on to 9s and 10s, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to win or not. But in any case, we're officially heads up. Limit Hold'em's an interesting heads up game. I don't know how I feel about my chances. I should be able to shut him down with a snap check raise. Raise back, interesting. Oh yeah, we're going again. What? What? Does this guy really have a set or something? Like, that'd be so gross if he has a set of jacks. He's supposed to have like an overpair or ace jack. Yes. Whew. Okay, now he's supposed to unravel. Bet raise any. Let's go, let's go. Get him on his heels a bit. I expect him to tighten up. We'll see if I'm right about that. There's one sign of tightening up. And he just saw my snap bet was strong on the other hand earlier with 7-8. So I think fast bets are likely to be interpreted as strong. So if he bets here, I'm going to take a little while, and then if this turn is safe, and then I'm going to probably, it isn't safe, so I'm still in bluff catch mode. And the river's even less safe, so I might have saved money. Not a lot of hands missed. I think you might have had like ace deuce there or something. Let's see. Jack deuce, yeah, total bluff. So I think I opened the door to make the max. I'm happy with that. Nice. Should be good. That's not my favorite. I'm basically just bluff catching here. I don't know what to think. I hope it's king 9, but I don't know. King high only, just complete free fall mode. So now we start taking pot shots. Boy, it's getting exciting all of a sudden, isn't it? Fucking, I'm pretty sure I had 4,000 like a minute ago. This would be a good one to end it on. Oh, he folds. Man, I wish I didn't have it that time. It doesn't matter. Let's go. All the money. 60-40. Oh, yikes. Damn. Damn. First attempt not successful. I'm gonna keep him on his heels for as long as I can, though. If he gets up to 60,000, I'm gonna start getting worried a little bit. But for now, we're just getting it in. No 7, 8, 9. Fuck. Man. Okay, he's got 60,000. So now it's time to not be jamming so liberally. I'm glad to see that he kind of unraveled there, though. I mean, he was putting it in with hands that, you know, he could have easily waited for something better. So I feel like my reads are decent right now. Fuck. Except for that one. He might just be spewing, though. He could just be frustrated that he just blew like an insane lead. So I'm not 100% sure what to think yet. If he plays back... Yeah, he's playing back way too much of the time. So against the safe turn card, I think I'm going to try to get an extra bet in there. And this is the spot where he's supposed to give up. He doesn't. That's worrying a little bit. He took time about it, though, which is... I mean... I don't think I should put the rest in. Oh, my God. Oh. Ugh, the gods are back to their usual ways. Fuck. He took time about it. I'm like, okay, that's a good sign. He probably has, you know, ace junk. Now I'm the one on my heels. Fuck, I had him so brutalized. Now I'm the one thinking what he was supposed to be thinking earlier. God. I did so many things right in this heads-up match. In fact, just in general, I think I did a lot of things right. Thanks for the freebie. An 8 would be a pretty nice card. Or a deuce. I feel this is a bit suspect. To be raising and then not happy with that board. I feel like he might have a boat or something, 5-4. Nope. 7-5 just barely gets the low. He's putting a lot of chips in on early streets, I'm noticing. Don't you dare ask me for a chop right now, bud. Yo, what are you doing? There's a break in 3 minutes. Yo, I can't believe... I can't believe those two back-to-back hands, man. That was rough. Trying not to dwell on it, but... Man, did I ever have this wrapped up. I don't know what to think here anymore. I would have called, but it would have been a crying call. The blinds are so huge. That looks like a decent flop for me. That's a bad turn if I've ever seen one. That's a decent river. I'm supposed to be good. Fuck. God, this is getting cold. Yo, the swings in this shit. Like, look at my graph right now. Look at that. I don't know how much better I can do. I was clearly supposed to be good last hand. It's pretty brutal for him to have spades. And I'm just going to give it up. I don't want to get raised and tilted. Yeah, he's probably calling. Oh, man, tell ya. This is a rough ride. I think I want a game change right now, actually. Raz is, well, it's very cards dependent. But at least I'll be able to know for sure if I have the best hand in certain spots. Most spots. Because I'm really running out of chips here. And I'll be willing to get it in if he wants, I think. It's going to be painful, but I don't think I can justify slowing down. Double gut shot and a bunch of fucking low draws. I'll take a freebie just in case. Call any. Crying call. He makes the nuts and tries to check. Nice try, kid. Do your own fucking dirty work. Alright, let's go. God damn it, man. This is the most brutal. Like, if I just go out here, he's got a wrap and he hits it. Like, what the fuck, man? Dude, that is hands down the most painful shit I've experienced in this challenge so far, dude. I don't understand. Like, like, okay, it's funny, haha, I build mountains, baby, and that is one hell of a peak / downfall. But, like, I don't know, man. You be the judge, viewer. Did I do something ridiculous there? Did I play like an idiot? I'm pretty sure I'm an absolute champ for running it up from 4,000 despite getting brutalized by a 2-outer in that low 8 hand. Like, I don't know. I'll have to review it. I'll have to look at the tape. That's what I recorded for, but I'm pretty fucking sure I was supposed to win that tournament, man. That guy made all the mistakes against me, and I feel kind of like he got bailed out a little bit by the deck. I mean, it's better than last night, I guess, but this is my third fucking second place finish in 33 days. Man. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, because I sure as shit didn't. I'll tell you that much. Let's look at this guy's final chip graph. Can we? Oh, it's just the chip leader. Do we even get to see his dip? His dip's not visible. Well, I'll tell you, let's widen it a little bit. This is one of the gnarliest chip graphs I've ever built, late in a tournament anyway. Here, let's go full screen. Yeah, that is probably the sharpest peak I've ever built in that space of time. Like, remember down here, I was like, oh, it's like a stock chart, you know, there's a bull flag and then it's going up, test the support again, boom, and then I'm just supposed to win. Like, I don't know, I gotta say I'm a bit in shock right now. Anyway, that's it for this one, guys. I gotta eat food, consolation food. It was supposed to be victory food, god damn it. But it's going to be consolation food. Now I have even more revenge to obtain. It's my last two significant caches were both second place. So let me tell you, if I play second in another tournament in like the next week or two, like I'm going to be on life tilt. But anyway, that's it for now. Take it easy, guys. See you next time.